Welcome back to Midnight Archive. Tonight we'll be looking at one of the most deceptively beautiful films ever made and one of the most emotionally disturbing. This is Leave Her to Heaven, a Technicolor nightmare disguised as romance, and the film that forever sealed Gene Tierney as both an icon and a tragedy. Beauty as a warning. At first glance, Leave Her to Heaven looks idyllic. The colours are rich, the landscapes are open and sunlit, the women are impeccably dressed. This doesn't look like a film noir, and that's the trick. Where classic noir hides a danger in shadows and alleyways, this film places it in clear daylight. It suggests something far more unsettling. The evil doesn't always creep, sometimes it smiles. Ellen Barrett, Love as Possession. Gene Tierney plays Ellen Barrett, a woman so composed, so lovely, she feels unreal. From the moment she meets novelist Richard Harland, Ellen doesn't fall in love, she decides. Ellen doesn't want partnership, she wants exclusivity. Anyone who distracts Richard from her, his work, his memories, his family, becomes a threat. And the film is careful here. Ellen is not hysterical. She is calm, precise, controlled. That restraint makes her terrifying. The father fixation, what the film never says out loud. Ellen's obsession doesn't truly begin with Richard, it begins with her father. She idolizes him, mimics him, clings to his memory. Richard resembles him, intellectually, emotionally, and Ellen transfers her devotion wholesale. Hollywood in 1945 couldn't openly discuss this kind of psychological fixation, so instead the film shows it. Ellen doesn't want a husband, she wants a replacement. Grief freezes her development, and obsession takes its place. The colour language of control. Nothing in this film colour palette is accidental. Green, jealousy, decay, sickness. Red, erotic danger, violence beneath romance. White, sterility, control, emotional emptiness. Ellen often wears serene colours during moments of moral horror, visually disconnecting her from her actions. The film never tells us how to feel, it forces us to notice. The lake scene. Silence as violence. The most infamous moment in Leave Her to Heaven unfolds quietly. Richard's younger brother Danny, disabled and vulnerable, struggles in the water. Ellen watches. She doesn't scream, she doesn't move, she doesn't look away. The lake is still, the sky is blue, the camera does not rush. This is one of the most chilling scenes in classic cinema because it refuses spectacle. Murder happens, wrapped in beauty, and witnessed without emotion. This is the moment Ellen fully reveals herself. The courtroom, performance over truth. When Ellen's actions come under scrutiny, she doesn't unravel, she performs. She understands something deeply uncomfortable. Men control the law, beauty controls men. She weaponizes fragility, she curates innocence. The film quietly condemns a system that nearly rewards her, not for truth, but for her appearance. This isn't just Ellen's moral failure, it's society's. Ruth, survival without perfection. Ruth, Ellen's opposite, represents something quieter but stronger. She accepts shared love, imperfection, the idea that grief doesn't justify destruction. The film does not reward Ellen with redemption, it rewards Ruth with survival, and that choice is devastating and deliberate. The ending, death without catharsis. Ellen's death is not dramatic. There is no grand confession, no emotional release. She dies as she lived, maintaining control, refusing vulnerability, choosing annihilation over surrender. The ending feels hollow because Ellen never allowed depth, and that emptiness lingers. The real tragedy. Gene Tierney after the film. What makes Leave Her to Heaven so haunting is how closely it mirrors Gene Tierney's real life. Shortly after the film, she gave birth to a child with severe disabilities after contracting rubella. She fell into profound depression. She later suffered from severe mental illness and psychosis. She was institutionalized and underwent electroconvulsive therapy. Hollywood adored her beauty, but had no plan for her survival. Like Ellen Barrett, Gene Tierney was admired, but never protected. Why this film still hurts. Leave Her to Heaven endures because it asks questions Hollywood rarely dared to ask. What happens when women are taught that love means possession? What happens when beauty is mistaken for morality? What does perfection cost and who pays for it? Leave Her to Heaven isn't a romance, it's a warning about love without limits, about beauty without empathy, and about what happens when a woman is only valued for how flawless she appears. Thank you for spending your night with Midnight Archive. If you enjoy these stories where beauty hides something darker, consider subscribing. New films, Forgotten Women, and Cinematic Ghost always after midnight. Until next time, keep watching the shadows.